What's up? It's me. So last snap video did pretty good. Hello to all the new subscribers. Good to have you here. Let's see if the algorithm treats me kindly again. So one of the most common things I heard on the last video is, why did you open all those packs, bro? You trolled yourself, your economy's destroyed, you hated the card acquisition, and you just wasted all your tokens. And I did waste my tokens. And I was going to make a whole video about why it's just very frustrating. Because the optimal thing to do is wait for them to show up in your shop and just buy them, right? And I was going to make a whole video about my history with the game and why I used to play like that and why I don't want to do that anymore because it makes the game really unfun. But I thought it would be easier to just show you. So I'm just going to show you some decks I've been playing. I did hit Infinite. I'm around 4,000. I have been playing a fair bit. I won't lie, but I'm not really hyper sweaty, so getting this high feels pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. And if you remember last video, I was around 90, so that's a big climb. So TLDR, why open all those packs? So these three, Destroy Bullseye, and this one I only don't delete because nostalgic, because this is my first list I ever played in the game. It was, series mostly series 2 cards. Is a lot of fun. Um, so two decks, Bullseye, and I didn't have Frigga or, well, I guess I took Grandmaster out because he sucks. I didn't have Frigga and Destroy. Classic Destroy. Boring. And every other list you see here is something that I only made after buying the packs. Because, newsflash, guys, you can buy packs and buy from the shop. You don't have to do one or the other. It's more optimal to buy from the shop, but because of the way the shop works, you might be waiting weeks and weeks for the cards you want to show up. And I want to have fun now. After 2 years of, well, more like a year of just hating the game and having no fun, I want to have fun now. So let's see how I've been having fun. So first off, of course, classic Screamless. I did open for Batroc. I won pulled him, so that felt good. He feels good in here, and it's a very good deck. It's one of the better decks. There's like, you don't have to play IP. A lot of them play, what's his name, the Leaper, Hydro, Stomper, whatever the heck his name is. I didn't buy him because 6,000 is a lot, and I just don't want to buy him. But it's a very good list. You could play like a variant of this and do well, and it was fun for what I played, but I didn't play much of it really because I just found it kind of boring, and I just found myself getting really frustrated when I didn't draw my Scream in time or Craven, and I felt like I wasn't putting out enough power in those games. I mean, it's an objectively good deck. I just don't like playing move much, so playing like combo, heavy move, like hybrid move, it just felt weird. There's probably better variants of this list you can play though. So moving on, we got of course Arishem. It's something I brewed up because I did open this, and then I pulled the one series 4 and got this guy, and he is okay. I think he's pretty, like, people are underrated is a strong word, but he's not great, but he is okay. People are really clowning on him, and then the rest is basically just the usual Arishem stuff. Feels okay as expected. Arishem is just too RNG reliant to be good right now, I think. Then we got New Surfer. Standard stuff. I ended up putting this in, and I still don't have Galacta, so Gwenpool over Galacta feels a little awkward, but not terrible. Rest is all standard stuff. This felt okay. The problem is, you're not really interacting with their board. You're just trying to put out points. Oh, and disclaimer in case I didn't say, this isn't like a meta tier list breakdown. This is just what I made with my polls and what I've been having fun with. This isn't like here's the best decks in the meta right now. Not by any stretch, but a lot of them are. Like this one definitely is, and I think Surfer has a place in the meta, but not the best it's ever been right now. But it does feel really good. The games where you get everything in time feel amazing, honestly, especially with Captain Carter. The high roll potential is extremely good. Red Guardian for the utility, and then the usual Shaw, Brood. I put in Cassie Nova because itchy. Sorry, just because she's super good into Thanos right now. And honestly, I don't know how this deck beats Thanos without her. And even with her, if you don't get her and Killmonger, it just feels weird. I think you're trolling if he plays without Killmonger right now because there's just too much Thanos. But we'll get to Thanos. Next is actually the deck I played to Infinite. Good old Junk. I did buy Kate Bishop from the shop, and I did buy Cannonball from the shop. Red Hulk I pulled for, but this could be Gore or whatever. I even thought about like playing just regular plain ass Hulk, just so you don't give the game away with Red Hulk proccing every turn. But it's good for Conquest. So this deck is like like I said, I played it from 90 to infinite. Pretty smooth climb. There was one day where I was getting really frustrated and I was just kind of raging a lot of cubes away. But then the next day I'm like, wait, it's not that serious. Lock in, and I did, and yeah, pretty smooth climb from there. Deck is very strong. I like Shadow King here. I would maybe try and fit in Strange Supreme if I owned him, which I don't currently, but I'm thinking of buying him next time he shows up. The main, the reason it's good is because it's good into the two best decks right now, which is Thanos and the move crap. The move crap, you just junk up their side of the board, make it hard for them to play the game. If you roll the acid arrow, it's kind of good night for them. Thanos is also good because obviously they're junking up their board with a lot of stones. The obvious problem is Strange Supreme, but you can kind of. This is why you have Shadow King, pretty much just for Strange Supreme and a few other big scalers that are popular right now, like Scream. And the nice thing about the Strange Supreme list is they play their Reality Stone early because they want to play their stones early so that Strange Supreme eats them, lets Magic actually like get some utility, and in a turn 7 scenario, you actually can lose. Just because Strange Supreme is just that dumb of a card on his own that you can actually lose just because Strange Supreme eats the right thing at the wrong time for you. But yeah, usually you're winning at turn 7, and Titania is a bit of a high skill gap card. I would probably trade her out for Strange Supreme if I owned him. But man, when you make the perfect Titania play, you clog up their side of the board, 2 lanes full, they can't do shit, and then you cannonball away that strange motherfucker. Woo! Big dopamine hit. So I love playing junk. I always did. It's better than it's ever been right now. It's a little too good in my opinion. The new Doc Ock just feels really goddamn good. I don't know. I could see him getting nerfed. Um, and of course, Ajax. If you remember, I was complaining in the last video I don't pull my Ajax cards. Well, what do you know? I can just buy them from the shop, guys. And no big deal. I didn't troll myself. I just bought them from the shop. And Grandmaster as well. This isn't actually the version of the list I've been playing the most. I don't own, what's her name, Silver Sable, so I just put in Nebula because it's nice to have a good one drop. There's probably better ones you could play, but she feels good, especially with Rocket and Groot. Rocket and Groot puts Miles Morales online, and then you can play him, and him all final turns, slam their side of the board. Feels really good. Feels nice to play a deck that plays Hazmat. You don't have to worry about getting Luke Cage. Cassandra Nova is really good right now because so much Thanos. So much Thanos. Red Guardian, never hate to see him. Grandmaster, a lot of good hits here, but he's probably subbable. Like, you don't really need him. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun on this. It feels good to play. The only thing is it's a little combo-y. Like, if you don't get your Ajax in time, then why the fuck did you just hazmat your side of the board? It just feels really dumb. And Luke Cage also destroys this. That's one of the main reasons you really kind of need Red Guardian. He's not optional in this. I thought about subbing him out, but he's not optional in this. You need him. If then that Luke Cage flips, you're going to need him. Trust me. It's him or Enchantress, and I feel like you're already playing High Evo, who's like a nothing card. You don't want to put in Enchantress and potentially have 2 nothing cards. They're not running a lot of ongoings. Next, we get to the cooks because I was getting bored of playing like the because this is all standard meta stuff like Scream, Surfer, Junk, Ajax. So I was getting to the weird ones. This one I actually had a lot of fun with. I net decked this a little and then I made subs. It's a Ronin list. It actually felt better than I expected. Basically, you're just disrupting their side of the board while buffing up your Ronin and or Darkhawk and then copping them with Mystique. That's your game plan. You don't interact with their board much because you're just trying to junk up their hand and deck enough with Spider Ham, Master Mold, and Rocks that and of course Red Guardian that they just don't draw the tech cards they need. But if they do drop the tech cards, you are fucked. That's the main problem. I really am starting to love the Grandmaster, the Cassinova, the Grandmaster line. Maximus actually feels good here. You think it would be counter synergy to play him with Darkhawk, but a lot of times they're so clogged up for Master Mold and like decks the cards they can't play because of Spider Ham and Korg that he doesn't feel that bad to play. And of course, the games where you get your Ronin, he's really a go because you could play this, plus Mystique copies Ronin plus this and a 1. Really big turn 6. Is it really that good? No. It's not really meta. It's just fun and dumb, and I got some conquest wins with it, which was cool. So yeah, that was fun. And then next, going on to Sar and Scar. So I did actually end up buying Scar, who I didn't own before. And this is what I mean. I got these 2 from packs. I buy. You buy the cards you don't need. You open, you buy the cards you don't need. I don't recommend anybody else do that. I do think it's optimal to just buy the cards you need, just wait for them. But that's the thing. What am I going to do? Play a game I hate for weeks and weeks and weeks waiting for them to show up, or just buy them now? I'm just going to buy them now. Fuck it. If I screw myself later, I screw myself later. But anyway, this felt okay. The main thing is no Starbrand. I mean, Starbrand I think is even in my shop. I'm down to 13,000. I bought a lot. I don't like play moves, so I'm not gonna buy this. Starbrand in my shop. I don't know. 6,000 is a lot for this. Some of these I'm waiting for them to drop, and then I'll probably pick them up. But yeah, so this felt mostly fun to play. The problem is that there's actually the move decks are just so dumb and overtuned right now that they actually go taller than you in a lot of games. And since your whole game plan is, hey, I'm just gonna put big fuck you guys on the board and go taller than you, a deck that could conceivably just get Human Torch to like 45, like 48 quintillion power is not good news for you. But other than that, it felt okay. Crossbones is a very sorry Starbrand excuse. Between being four and having a really bad stipulation on him, I'm thinking about another 10 power over this. But I just don't know what I should be running. Drop your suggestions if you got them. There's not that many really other 10 powers that do what he does. Um, Sadly, because let me tell you, I would be super down to take him out. He does not feel good. Like a Tuma, obviously I'm not playing a Tuma. And other than that, I got them all pretty much. This She-Hulk is like a maybe, but I don't know. So yeah, I mean, other than buying, I guess I could try and grab Column City at some point, but I don't know if I want to pay 3,000 for him, and I'm definitely not rolling for him. So yeah, that was fun. Had some good ones with that. Of course, that's when the new stupid ass location, the move location flipped, which means that the move decks were just going taller than me. So maybe this will feel a little better now that that bullshit is over. Then of course I had to put him in a deck because he's one of the worst cards in the game, but I had to put him in the deck where he makes the most sense. The High Evo Classic, you know, High Evo cards plus Magic into the She-Hulk and Big Hulk or Infinite, and A-Bomb, featuring A-Bomb. Because you could have put potentially on 7 if you get to 7. Play or this, and this all in the same goddamn turn, which is massive. I was actually surprised at how good it felt. I don't own what's her name that protects your 1s and 6s, because that's what you would obviously play over Magic in this. I mean, play over armor in this, but yeah. The main thing is you don't have a lot of ways to protect your big guys other than armor, and you don't really have a way to stop them from just reality stoning your limbo away, which feels really bad when you pass 6 and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get them 7, and then oh, they just nocturne or reality stone that location away. Feels bad, but I was a little surprised at how good it felt to play. There were games that I lost because he didn't Hulk out, and there were games I won because he did Hulk out. And giving him that extra turn, that extra chance to Hulk out while you're passing energy almost every turn, I think this is the only deck where he makes sense. Is he good? No. If I was being serious, would I take him out and put in, like, I don't fucking know, Scorpion or Shocker or anything? Any other two, or just any other card in general? Yes, but as you can see from the name of the deck, I made it because I want to play Banner, so fuck it. Let's try and make Banner work. And he did work. There was one game where, what's it called? Flipped, play a card here, put a copy there, whatever the fuck. Sinister London, that's it. Flipped, and I got the turn 1 Hulk out. So two 12 power Hulks just sitting on there menacingly for the whole game. And it ultimately went to turn 7, and they just retreated because by that point, Cyclops is. Oh, hey, come back. Cyclops had fucked their shit up. Two Hulks just sitting there that I only paid 2 for. It's good. It felt better than I expected. Let me tell you that. I didn't think there would be a list where Bruce Banner felt kind of good to play. But if there is, this is it. And then finally, this is a list that I came up with myself. Actually, I'm a net decker until I die. Like, so this is by far the most success I've had with a deck that I made up myself. I say made up myself, but really I just took the Ajax list, took out most of the move cards, put in Core, Rockslide, and Darkhawk, took out High Evo and A-Bomb, and just said, there, we have 2 game plans. Ajax or Darkhawk. And sometimes both and sometimes neither. And I'm just like, every time I try something like this, I'm just like, well, I just want to go all in on Darkhawk, or oh, I just want to go all in on Ajax. But this actually felt really good to play. It took me from like 12,000 all the way down to 4,000. I was on a really big streak earlier, and I was just like getting snap after snap win after snap win. It even felt okay in Conquest. Not really the best in Conquest, but you know, you have a lot of lines here The main thing is that sometimes I'm passing both 1 and 2, which feels really fucking bad. But that's only if you get unlucky, because with this many, like, early curve, you should either get your Scorpion or Sam Wilson in time, if not Korg. If not multiple, which feels really good. Main ones I'm thinking of subbing out is Rocket and Groot. I don't think Luke Cage is subbable here. You know, I always thought maybe you don't need him because Ajax doesn't really care about Luke Cage on your side of the board because any debuff for you is just a buff for your Ajax. But because we're trying to play, you know, two ways here with both Darkhawk and Ajax, those games where you get your Darkhawk but not your Ajax, you're gonna want a way to just play Hazmat and have a backup plan. And generally, there's like with all the Scream running around, it's not bad. The main one is Rocket and Groot. I did play them. I tucked it into the location because there's no way to fucking play card here, move it location. God, ugh. I hate how much they're buffing move. I think move is such a bad archetype to be like best in slot, like generic best deck. You know, it's like remember when bounce was really broken like that. Nobody liked that because you couldn't tell where their power was gonna go. That's where move is at now. They have insane scalers and you don't know where the fuck they're gonna be on the final turn of the game. Like this is one of the most overtuned cards to come out in recent memory, in my opinion. That's why I opened for him, even though I don't even like playing move, because you want him in your collection because he's overtuned as hell. I could make a really good move deck, especially if I caved and bought what's his name, Hydra Stomper. But I'm not gonna do it. I don't like playing move. Anyway, this felt surprisingly good to play. You get a lot of like Korg and the Grandmaster turns. Cassie Nova feels really good. Cassie Nova with rocks underrated combo because she does steal power from the rocks even though there's zero power, which is amazing. Yeah, Hazmat Agent, like the fact that you just have two ways to win and scalers on top of that between this guy and this guy. I was saying Rocket and Groot. I was thinking of taking him out, but I just don't know who to put in over him. Because I kind of want to run another 2-drop. That sounds insane because I have 4, but another 2 or 1 because it's happening way too often where I pass turn 1 and 2. Cerebral went to 2 cost? Wow, it went to 2 cost and it's still this trash. Wow, what the hell? Let's just do one. But yeah, that's the decks I've been enjoying, and yeah, that's how I've been spending my tokens, man. Just buying all the cards I didn't open. Am I gonna regret it later? Maybe. The thing about the coming month is that there's a lot of safe skips here, and like you're getting tokens at a pretty decent rate now thanks to the track. So, you know, let's do one game to close it out. Like I said, I've been on a good streak. You gotta believe me because I guarantee you I'm gonna get hold this one game. I don't like streaming my gameplay in this game because I'm not that good. Like I'm not really super sweaty in this game. Nice, we like to see him. Um, so like I feel a little awkward streaming my game. I feel like people are gonna make fun of me. So feel free to make fun of me. But yeah, that's decks I've been enjoying. It's been fun. Okay, let's see. We got Sabu. As far as Sam Wilson in here, fuck it. Fuck it. If it screws us, it screws us. Alright, if he plays his own Sam Wilson, we can Red Guardian the shield. I think Rock Slide into I think this and a Rock Slide and a Dark Hawk, and then see what he wants to do. The only thing about this is that you are very susceptible to tech cards because compared to the A-bomb version, you we could even do this just to be annoying. Yeah, let's do that. Compared to the A-bomb version of the list, you basically have to play your 5s on 5 because the A-bomb version you could hang on to him, then play him plus A-bomb. This, because you're not playing any cost reduction, you need to be playing on tempo basically, which is why I'm missing those turns. Oh God, help us all with this nonsense. Um, I didn't know they gave Kroger a fucking voice slot. That's funny as fuck, man. You need to be playing on tempo. Let's go here. Let me move my shield before I forget. I'll go here. Yep. Yep. Yeah, you need to be playing on tempo, which means you need to play your big guys on 5, which means on 6, if they have the Enchantress or Shang-Chi, it's coming down. But I think the disruption from the rocks really matters, especially versus these guys, because they want to see a lot of combo pieces. Let's see what he does. I'm just gonna rock up. I don't care. I think we go Dark Hawk here. I think Ajax is gonna sit this one out. It's not. That's why it's nice to have both. Because some games you want one or the other. Some games, like rarely do you play them both. But it is nice when you play them both. But rarely do you. Let's see. Spider-Man Anti-Venom. That's scary as hell. What fucked up shit is he about to do? Alright. Or we could even... Ooh. Could even Ajax, because he's only 7 right now. Throw Prio. That'll be hard to throw. Get Ajax and then... Hazmat. Ooh, that could be juicy. Oh, let's do that. Yeah, fuck it for the content, bro. Oh, that's the other reason why I open all those packs. To make a 30-pack opening video. Are you kidding me? It worked, too. 3,000 views on that bitch. You know how many I get normally? Like 30. Hydra Stomper. Not great. Not great. Alright. Yeah, that's why, just in case he has a random fuck you Shang-Chi, we're not going to get screwed too hard. So this is why I like Cassandra Nova plus the Rock. Because now we can do this. We can go here with you. We could play Cassinova here. Yeah, I think Cassinova here. Ooh, I don't know actually. Yeah, I think that's the move though. I think we do Cassinova here, and Vibranium here, and then Hazmat everything. Ajax is gonna be huge, man. I think that's our best bet. And you know what? We're gonna snap on it for the content. But yeah, those are the decks I've been enjoying. Thanks for watching, and let's just see how this last one goes, and then I'll cut it off. But that's why I opened 30 snap packs, so that way I could actually play decks I'm having fun with. Because this deck card I didn't own last week. This card I didn't own last week. This card, oh, he destroyed me. Oh, he destroyed me. Oh. Actually, yeah, no, he got me. Shit. Oh, my own Hazmat is going to hold me here. Oh, that really hurt. Oh, I should have played Darkhawk after all. Oh. Yeah, we wanted our Luke Cage there. But anyway, look. This card I didn't own last week. 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 If I was playing the shop meta, I would be seeing Infinity Ultrons and, like Valentina and all these cards I don't want for weeks and weeks and weeks and waiting and waiting and waiting for the cards I want to show up. And they're not going to show up. Let's just buy the cards we want and fucking worry about it later. That was my mentality when I opened those 30 packs. If you disagree with it, that's totally valid. And objectively, what I did is not the best idea economy-wise. But I've been having a lot of fun with these decks. And thank you for listening to me ramble for a little. And have a good one.